I thought I'd never be able to do anything again, Marine Corporal Jeff Kessler admits as he takes a break from a slow jog on the indoor track at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. A year ago, just around this time, what he thought was a simple step forward changed his life forever. That simple step forward, while on patrol in Afghanistan, triggered a vicious IED, and Corporal Kessler lost both his legs above his knees. Hi, I'm Steve Linn, and today's Mission Ready Monday podcast is about Marine Corporal Jeff Kessler and his inspiration, an Olympic competitor who is always at his best. Dave Beechler, a certified prosthetist at Walter Reed, says that empowering wounded vets to set a high bar for themselves can't happen fast enough. The cost of their sacrifice is mounting, with 45% of the 1.6 million Iraq-Afghanistan era vets having sought compensation for service-related wounds. How these men and women are cared for stands to have a dramatic effect on these veterans, their families, and on communities across the USA for decades to come. Dave is so right. Yet, I also believe that so much of their recovery comes from the mental toughness to fight through challenges and never give up. So, back to Jeff Kessler, who is now learning to run again on carbon legs, who says, I want to be able to run after my sons and take part in a normal life with my family. Jeff takes his motivation from an Olympian who has been in the headlines these past few months. Perhaps you're thinking Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world. Nope. Or maybe you're thinking Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time. Wrong again. What if I told you that Corporal Kessler draws inspiration from an Olympian who finished dead last in his event? That's right, dead last. That Olympian happens to be Oscar Pistorius, the Blade Runner, the Olympic Games' first ever double amputee. Because it's not always about winning. It's about being your best you. And there aren't too many people who exemplify this more than the Blade Runner. It's awesome what he's been doing. He's an inspiration, says Kessler. Jeff, his wife Morgan, and their boys should be leaving Walter Reed in September. It won't be long before this W amputee will be chasing Gavin 3 and Bailey 1 in the backyard of their home. I'm sure there are many other stories like Jeff's of those facing challenges who are being inspired to be their best with the help of Oscar. Oscar's work with the Challenge Athletes Foundation Kids will no doubt inspire a whole new generation of athletes who will pay it forward to others. These Olympics have provided so many inspirational Olympic stories of athletes persevering and being their best. If you have others that have moved you, please share them with me at steve@getmissionready.com or simply post a comment to this YouTube video. Oscar and many other Olympians bring to mind a Navy SEAL mantra that my good friend Pete Bullfrog 13 Weichel reminds me of regularly. It's time to put my mind in neutral and my rear, well, I cleaned it up a little bit for public consumption, in gear. Oscar and Jeff do that every day. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, be your best you. I'd like to thank Janice Lloyd of USA Today for her August 3rd, 2012 article. Much of the information I'm sharing with you comes directly from her Olympic Blade Runner Inspires U.S. Service Members article.